Hello, everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Friday, and it is August 14th. All right, we have no meetings to tell you about today, so we'll just jump right to who's on our show. We have Jeff Parker visiting with us, who's going to tell us a little bit about what's happening here in Laguna Woods, as well as giving us updated numbers from the Orange County Health Department. And then I am going to give you some community information. There was a study done on masks and which ones are the best ones to use and which ones are the worst ones and won't do you any good. So that should be a very interesting report. So go ahead, and we're going to give you our resources right now. And of course, it's always the same resources that we give you because we want to make sure that you are completely knowledgeable of COVID-19 and what's going on out there. OrangeCountyHealthInfo.com will get you all the numbers here locally. And then you can stay safe with COVID-19, cdc.gov. And you can follow along with the governor's reopening plans at covid19.ca.gov. And then the county has a new hotline, which is 714-834-2000. You could always go to our website, which is LagunaWoodsVillageAlerts.com, and we will keep you up to date on local and also surrounding area information and COVID-19 information too. If you have any questions, you can email those to info@LagunaWoodsVillage.com. Now, as I mentioned to you before, our weather is very warm, and it's just going to get warmer and warmer as the days go on. In fact, we have heat advisories. So today we are looking at 91.72 heat advisory today. It's going to be very hot tomorrow, 90.72, then hot again on Sunday, 89.72. Hot again on Monday, 89.71, but for whatever reasons, they did not give a heat advisory. So it's hot, 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 and oh my, 95. I saw that, I didn't know what the heck that was. So we'll keep an eye on that one for you over the next couple of days to see if it sticks. Okay, travel slide. If you are heading out to the beaches, that is going to be your coolest bet. Very lovely down at the beaches, 81.70. Mammoth, 81.48. Big Bear, 83.56, and do not go to Palm Springs, 115.88. I did a couple weeks ago, and it was miserable. It's very hot out there, so stay far away. All right, sunrise and sunset. The sunrise this morning was 6:13, and our sunset will be 7:38. And thank you, Joel Olstein. What a lovely photo that you took of the Thames River. And then we have Parliament right there across the way, and he said he took this while he was in the little Ferris wheel thing that I shouldn't say little, it's huge, Ferris wheel there. So thank you so much. If you have a photograph that you would like to share with us of a place that you have visited, please email it to LagunaWoodsVillageTV@gmail.com. When we return, we are going to have Jeff Parker. Stay tuned.
COVID-19 is a serious respiratory disease. There are simple steps we can all take to stay healthy and protect our community. Wash your hands for 20 seconds with soap and warm water. Clean and disinfect frequently touched surfaces daily. Cover coughs and sneezes with a tissue or elbow and avoid touching your face. If you do have symptoms like cough and fever, stay at home and call your doctor. When we all do our part, we can keep California healthy. For more information, visit covid19.ca.gov.
At Harvard Eye, we're so happy to be open again to see you for all of your medical and surgical eye care. We're taking great care to protect everyone from COVID-19 by seeing fewer patients, spacing out chairs in the lobby, sanitizing our office constantly, and doing much more. The world is changing a lot, but what hasn't changed is we're honored by your trust and confidence and committed to keeping you safe. We can't wait to see you again.
Under the RadNet umbrella, prostate imaging is one of our most important men's health initiatives. We have an exclusive team of prostate-dedicated radiologists that read thousands of images from all around the globe. These radiologists are utilizing advanced technologies such as prostate MRI, which offers some of the most detailed visual representations of the prostate gland. When it comes to men's health issues, listen to your body and take a proactive approach. Talk to your doctor, begin screening, and take charge of your health.
As Orange County's highest-ranked hospital, Hoag is the place to turn to for timely information, reassurance, and care in these uncertain times. Our dedicated physicians, nurses, and staff stand ready to safely deliver world-class care, just as we have for nearly 70 years. This is what we do. We are here for you, and we will overcome this together. To access Hoag for all of your healthcare needs, visit hoag.org/trust.
Welcome back. Jeff is here with us to give us some updates on COVID numbers as well as Laguna Woods Village information. Hello.
Good morning to you.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you too.
We were just talking about the week going by fast. It has been, huh?
It's been a quick week, and next week I think is going to be even faster because we have all the budget TV broadcasts of our version 2s next week for both all GRF United and Third, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So. Along with the board meeting on Tuesday. So we're going to have an active week next week with regards to our budgets and our board meetings. So yes, it seems like everything is crunch time right now during the month of August.
Seems when I go into that control room to do my other work, I see you guys on the screens constantly. So I'm like, man, they spend a lot of time in a lot of meetings. So, and now, like you said, is the crunch time. So, well, good. Glad that everybody's diligently working to finalize them.
Yep, definitely. Well, with regards to COVID, the information on the screen shows that we had 348 cases, which is a good number in the sense that it's not a big spike. The number of tests have gone up dramatically, reported. So that's a really good chronology if you have that many tests being and the reported cases are staying where they're at.
Good.
That'll show our percentage going down ultimately. I did make contact and they still are catching up on the reported back cases. So I'm hoping that Orange County will be able to say by the end of next week that they will have everything reported. And that's why you're seeing some of these spikes in these numbers is the back cases getting reported.
Right.
The unfortunate news relative to, and this kind of shows it, is we had 24 additional deaths reported in Orange County. So again, that could have been accumulation, wasn't just yesterday. But that is again a spike. We're still way up on our case per rate 100, but the positivity percentage at 7.6 is down a little bit. So that is a positive. The interesting thing was the percent of ICU beds currently available at 29% actually dropped below 30. We were in that 30, 34. So that means there's an increased number of people going into the ICU numbers, which is kind of interesting. I want to watch because the numbers themselves haven't looked like they've fluctuated that much. So it may be one or two, or the number of ICU beds that they had originally covered were some of the regular hospital beds that had converted.
Oh, that's what I was wondering. Do you think maybe there was a glitch though with that as well? Like maybe there's not enough numbers reporting for that number?
I'm more interested in finding out is when they certainly geared up, did they take some normal hospital beds and make them, in a sense, ICU beds for this purpose and now have repurposed them?
Oh, that would be good to know, huh? Because now that number goes up, it's like, oh my gosh, more people are in ICU.
But unfortunately, ICU beds and deaths do relate, as we've talked about it. So that may be, as indicated, the minus 8.8 is good. Which is good. A good number for the last 3-day average as far as the total hospitalization rates. And the other good news is that the ventilators is up 65%, so there's a lot of capacity there. So that is good news from that perspective. They added a new one over there on the right, the number of days off the state monitoring list. And that can show you that they're still on the state monitor's list. It's kind of interesting that they put it that way. But, and that's partly because it's all of the stats. There's not just one stat that you get off. It's a number of the stats, and they're focusing on that, trying to get, hopefully Orange County, and if people continue to wear their masks and social distance, and I think we'll head in the right direction. Got to get that case per 100,000 down. Obviously, that's got a ways to go.
Ooh, yeah, it sure does. It does. And we have a report coming up. Well, we sat down with Lisa Bartlett, so the segment will run tomorrow on our show, and she goes over a lot of these numbers and why there were glitches and all sorts of good information.
That'll be
just
great.
to expand what you're talking about. So,
that'll be great
good.
to have that. Laguna Woods is at 44, stayed at 44. Okay. That hasn't made any kind of dramatic jump. This again kind of shows you where we're at with regards to hospital patients in the ICU. So,
but it's exactly what they've been talking about for months, is the curve where you just want to see that going downwards.
It would be nice to see that purple one go down more significantly,
yeah, a little
which
bit
is that
more
ICU
for sure.
bed. But we're dealing with it.
We're getting there.
We're getting there, and we're keep moving. I think one of the things that a couple emails that I saw yesterday that came through the office was, given that we're seeing some positive news, people were saying, well, then or when are we going to be opening up facilities and stuff like that? And I want to make it real clear that opening up facilities is something that's not in the near future. It's something that we're looking at down the road, and it's really going to be conducive that we can keep not only social separation, but that really we can keep the health standards at the highest. And that probably means looking at the facilities opening up when there's a vaccine probably in place. To have large groups without a vaccine is probably not the best thing to do from a health standard. We will follow the state guidelines, certainly in Orange County guidelines, as that comes out, but we're evaluating that. And so I don't want to give false hope that just because we see a few good numbers, that means we're going to be opening up facilities right away.
Well, right, because what had happened originally is that we were opening things up too quick, and that's when we ran into trouble. And then came to a halt, and we had to close it back down again. So going slowly but surely seems to be the best way to go. So
great. On a couple other things I wanted to mention, we have the next week we have the films. I wanted to mention again this is the drive-in theater concept that we're doing over at our maintenance yard. And that is the 21st and 22nd.
Right.
The movies are at 8 o'clock and showing up at 7:30. Tickets are $10, and we're working with the Village Community Fund.
Right.
They're subsidizing some of this. There is capacity available. I want to encourage people to sign up and come on out and enjoy some fun. Bring a family, get in the car, enjoy a movie. The two movies are The Call of the Wild on Friday and Yesterday on Saturday. So. It's going to be a great event, and we do have capacity, so don't worry about it. Call our recreation department today and get your tickets, and we encourage you to come on out. And we know that sometimes people buy late, but we want to encourage people to get their tickets ahead of time. We don't want to run into a situation where we don't have any more availability.
Well, exactly. And you know what? This could be the start of something very interesting. I mean, go figure, we're going to the drive-in movies again.
It's like we talked about, it's starting to happen. More and more communities are looking at it because it's a way that they can social distance real easily and yet enjoy some time out.
Well, and there's concerts too now, I understand, where there's concerts and they're putting them out there at the Great Park and some other places where at least you can drive in and they have it coming through your stereo.
Right, exactly.
So it's awesome.
It's a
very cool.
Pretty neat thing to do. The last thing I wanted to mention was we had talked about coins and the coin shortage. So we got our machine back in place and working, and we rolled it out real soft last week, and then yesterday and today from 8 to noon, Clubhouse 5 or Clubhouse 3. For United, Clubhouse 3, for up a third, Clubhouse 5.
Right.
It worked pretty well yesterday. We did over 200 quarters or units. So we do have a need out there, and we're addressing that. So that's great. And we want to encourage people, again, come today. If you need quarters, $10, bring $10 of cash, not credit cards, not change. Really would like keep it to $10.
Yep.
And we can get $10 worth of quarters.
Great.
Rolling this out in the future, if our capacity stays at a nice low number, we may be able to expand the amount of you can purchase to $20. but we're going to see. We want to make sure that we can get everybody the need out there, and that's why we're using 10 at this point in time.
Great. Well, that's a great program. I'm glad you were able to accommodate, because such an odd situation that we're in where we are running out of quarters.
Exactly.
So very good that you're able to do that. So thank you. Well, perfect. Well, thanks for all the information. Good stuff to start out our weekend.
Yeah, and it's going to be a warm one, like you said.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so people stay cool and relax and wear your mask when you go outside.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And don't forget that today you can get your quarters. So go to the clubhouse that is closest to you during those time frames, and you can get the quarters for whatever you need your quarters for, most likely laundry. We'll be right back with some community information regarding masks.
Now there's a different way to buy a new Lexus. It's called CarDash, only available at southcountylexus.com. It's amazingly simple. Visit southcountylexus.com, select and reserve your new or pre-owned vehicle that comes with a 5-day love it or leave it guarantee. Apply for credit, calculate your payment, and even appraise your trade-in, all online. Once you arrive at the dealership, just pick up your car and drive home. Push a button, get a Lexus. South County Lexus, where different is amazing.
I'm Andrew Saul, Commissioner of Social Security. Beware of telephone scammers pretending to be government employees. Real Social Security employees will never threaten you. Callers threatening you with arrest or other legal action and demanding money are not from us. If you receive a call like this, hang up, do not provide them with any form of payment or information. Report the call at oig.ssa.gov.
Envision, the eye doctor's #1 choice.
I have worked with the doctors at Envision for over 20 years. Their experience, state-of-the-art technology, and positive outcomes have earned them my trust in taking care of our mutual patients.
With clear vision, all things are possible. To schedule your appointment today, contact us at 866-599-2740.
For the sweaty faces and the hidden smiles, the foggy glasses and the sore ears, the determined looks and the muffled laughs. A simple piece of fabric makes a big statement. I care. Let's all do our part to slow the spread. Wear a mask. Learn more at covid19.ca.gov.
Back. So there was a report that we read last night, and so we prepared some slides for you regarding what kind of masks work the best. So we're going to run through them from the best to the worst, and there's good information here. So of course the N95 masks are the best, but we want our frontline workers to be able to have those so they stay the most protected, because we're going to need them as much as possible. So N95 or the 3M 1860 surgical mask and particulate respirator is the best one. So if you have one, you can certainly use it, but they suggest keeping those just for the frontline workers. However, you can use the surgical masks that are, we have plenty of these. You can order these, or you can get them at some of the stores, and I know Adapt to It locally has them, and she's probably got them in packs. You can get them there. So this reduces the spread ranging from 0 to 0.1 in terms of particle spread. So I find that amazing because it's quite thin. It's only a 2-layer, but I believe it's what it's made of, and I think it's Tyvek, and so this really is an important mask to have. So that's ranked up there very highly. Now, there's a 3-layered mask you can do. And it's a mask made of synthetic material, polypropylene, laid in between 2 layers of cotton. So when you buy a mask, you're going to want to know what they're made of, because that really is very key. Then the next one is a 2-layered mask, and it's a mask made with 2 layers of the synthetic material, but it was marginally worse than the one I just mentioned. However, it still can help protect you. Now, the highly ineffective masks are cotton masks, where it's a 2-layer cotton mask, where it's, it may be like a denim material or, just a regular fabric. And it's the ones with the ties, it's a 2-layered cotton mask, a single layer, or a pleated. So those really aren't going to protect you that well. The other one that doesn't protect you and is actually banned in many places, including, I think, airlines, is the N95 with an exhalation valve. So an N95 mask with the valves you can see in the picture, it's a little valve, it's on the front. Some of them have them on the side, but they don't protect other people because you're exhaling out of it. So if you have something wrong, then for sure it's not gonna be helpful to anyone else. Now, the ones that are absolutely useless are the neck gaiters or neck fleece. Now, we often use these for skiing, to help protect us from the cold. But athletes have been shown wearing them, and they're thin and breathable, but they're not doing you any good whatsoever to protect you or protect others. Now, the folded bandana, I know this looks really cool, but it's not useful at all. So they're saying that those really aren't very good because it's just a cloth material as well. A knitted t-shirt material is also terrible. So it's a mask that's made from a t-shirt material because, again, it's super, super thin and doesn't protect you at all. So there you go, a little tidbit about the best and the worst masks to use. So hopefully that helps you find the right one, but frankly, this is probably your best bet. All right, when we come back, we'll talk to you about movies and some other good stuff going on here in the village. Stay with us.
Hearing aids require a lot of attention. Don't underestimate the problems earwax can cause. Come in and see inside your own ear canals to find out how much blockage you have. Debris like earwax can cause up to 45% reduction in amplification. Your hearing aids may be able to be significantly improved to help you hear conversations clearly with a simple office visit. Every day, patients say, "Oh my gosh, that sounds so much better." Stop in or call us today for a complimentary cleaning and ear inspection. Tell them Stuart sent you.
We know that we're asking Americans to do a lot right now. So we're asking everyone to be selfless for others so that we can protect those who are most susceptible to this virus.
A question I often get asked is, why should young people care about the spread of coronavirus? Well, we know that people with underlying medical conditions over the age of 60 are at highest risk, but they've got to get it from somebody.
Social distancing is really physical separation of people.
It's what we refer to when we ask people to stay at least 6 feet apart.
Not going to bars, not going to restaurants, not going to theaters where there are a lot of people. It all just means physical separation so that you have a space between you and others who might actually be infected or infect you.
We all have a role to play in preventing person-to-person spread of this disease, which can be deadly for vulnerable groups. For more information on how you can social distance, please go to coronavirus.gov.
Our movie for today is called Between the Lines, and it stars Jeff Goldblum, and that is brought to you by Hogue. And it's about a Boston alternative newspaper, and the staff members enjoy a positive and open-minded work environment. And music critic Max, who's played by Jeff Goldblum, uses his influence to score dates, while news reporter Harry is dating the lovely Abby, the publication's lead photographer. It seems as though their relatively carefree days are numbered when the owner of a major publishing company buys the paper, leading to more money, but even more changes. Well, that sounds quite typical even of today. We never know when our newspaper is going to go away. All right, so we have the movie showing at 2 p.m. with subtitles and then 7 p.m. without subtitles. And that, of course, is brought to you by Hogue. All right, we have some concerts for you. We have a Rave the Vote concert. And it's at, it's 12 hours, 12 p.m. to 12 a.m., ravethevote.org. Clubs, parties, and music festivals might be on pause, but the dance music community is still finding ways to come together. So check that out. That should be interesting. Then Tres Leche live stream is going to be at 11 o'clock this morning, and that will be on Facebook. And you're going to type in the Tres Leches Band, TRESLECHES BAND. 19th Restaurant, just wanted to remind you that they are open for patio dining. As some other places have started to open up, they may have been open for the last couple of weeks, and it seems to be working out just fine. You can go Monday through Sunday, and that's from 7 p.m. until close. Reservations are recommended, but they do take walk-ins. So if you want to make a reservation, just call 949-206-1525. Now, here's something cool and fun to do, a book club. So there's going to be a monthly book club. It's going to be from 4 to 5 p.m., and it's Google Meet. And if you want to participate, the first session has already started. It started on August 12th. But if you want more information or how to participate, you will want to send an email to info@Dialogue Society or call 949-297-6592. And that is put out by Agewell Senior Services. So that might be something fun to do. I enjoy book club every now and then. Theater Guild presents Phil Duran live and an in-person on Zoom. He is the screenwriter and producer for shows like All in the Family, Sanford and Son, and Newhart. And he will be part of the Theater Guild meeting. Anybody can come to the meeting. Well, you can dial in. It's on August 19th at 7 p.m. If you want to participate, just email Barbara Powell, s2do@comline.com. All right, and I just wanted to mention that the Village Breeze is now available. It just came out a couple of days ago, so you should be seeing it available in your community shortly, if not already. All right, let's take a look at our horrifically hot weather. We've been talking about this for days now. Today, we are looking at very warm temperatures of 91, 72, heat advisory through the weekend pretty much. Saturday, 90, 72, Sunday, 89, 72, Monday, 89, 71, and then Tuesday, 95, 71. And like I said earlier, we will keep an eye on that because that's crazy hot for here. So there you go. Stay cool this weekend. You can always watch our rebroadcast at 12:30 and 5, or you can watch us again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Have a great day in the Village. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Hello. RadNet is the nation's largest outpatient medical imaging network, providing thousands of imaging procedures each day. During this time, RadNet remains committed to serving the needs of our communities. Our radiology centers are open and will remain open to treat patients. Rest assured that RadNet is following CDC protocols and taking every measure to ensure the safety and well-being of our patients and staff.
Communities are starting to feel the financial impact of COVID-19, commonly called coronavirus. But we want you to know that there is help. We have disability insurance for workers who are ill or medically quarantined due to COVID-19. Paid family leave is available for those caring for an ill or medically quarantined family member, and unemployment insurance for reduced hours or lost work. We're all in this together. For information on how to stay healthy, visit covid19.ca.gov.
Tip, toss, take action. Don't give mosquitoes a fighting chance.